everyone, I'm back with another video, and in this video I was going to share with you the project that I did for April and March's monthly kit, and I'll be coming out with another video to show you what I did for May and June. So I'm going to start by showing you the project, and there was two projects. There was this box, and then inside there is the Folio project that I did. So I thought doing a storage box or gift box for your folio journal would be fun. You could even take and, all the supplies that you get from the kit that come in this Alice in Wonderland themed kit, you could put those inside the box, and I thought it would be something kind of different and fun from what I usually do, but it's a nice sized box. I did make the folio a little taller than I should have, so when I did the instructions, I'm thinking I shortened it just a little bit, but it still worked. Anyway, I included the instructions on how to make the box in the kit, and then for the folio, which I'm going to show you now, I'm going to go over just a little bit of how I did the front cover. So in the kit there was this stencil that was included, and what I did is I took and stenciled her on watercolor paper, and I included that as well in the kit. So I colored her with a variety of materials. I started with some watercolors, and then I did some acrylics, and then I went over with some watercolor markers, and I had fun with her. I wanted to spend more time working on her, but I was running short on time, and so I was pretty happy with her. But I'll just give you a little close-up here so you can see more of the details on what I did here. So you can see some of the finer details of where, I added in some of those highlights on her face with the white marker pen, and then went over with a black pen and just kind of added in some more details. The other thing that I did is I took some foam tape and I placed it underneath her. I did not remove the backing, so I would have this large pocket here, and you can see where I have that foam tape, but I did not remove this because I did not want it to stick down, and I decided that I wanted to make this large pocket. And then I also took and fussy cut some of these mushrooms, and again backed them with the foam tape to create all these beautiful layers to give it that 3D effect. I also took and fussy cut some of these other elements that you see here, and those came from the paper designs that you can find in the digital collection, and I will have that listing down below. So that's what I did for the front cover. I had a lot of fun with her. It's so nice just to wake up, grab some coffee, do some coloring, fussy cut. I did also take a gold sparkle pen and I applied that to some of the mushrooms just to kind of give it this more of a, that fantasy type feeling, where fairy dust was sprinkled all over. You can kind of see where I added that onto the mushrooms there. It just gave a really pretty effect. And then on the inside, on this side, I did a waterfall, and it just all flips up, and this is just kind of nice if you want to put in some photos or things like that. You could just make it strictly for journaling as well. I added some of the trim and this little heart embellishment that came in the kit. Everything that came in the kit, you should be able to make the exact replica or close to it of what you see that I did here. Now, if you didn't get a kit, I do hope to put some more together and offer a few for sale if you're interested in purchasing a kit. I'll have the listing below for those. If you're not able to get a kit or anything like that, you could do something, again, very similar with cardstock that you have on hand, and I will have the digital collection available. The listing information will be down below in the description. On this page, I just have these nice little flaps here, and here I did a simple little card with the Mad Hatter. So lots of room for journaling. I just left some blank areas if you wanted to do some journaling or add photos, whatever it might be. Over here, I have this journal card, and I did just this little belly band down here. And then here I clustered together some of the ephemera pieces from the digital collection. And so you have the teacup, which I popped up on foam tape. And then I could have even created a nice little pocket here. And you could definitely add in more than one journal card here. On this page, I did these envelope flips. And I just collaged all the envelopes. And I love doing collage on envelopes. I think it's so much fun. Here I did a little stencil work, some doodling, added some stickers. The stickers that I included in the kit, all of these stickers that I used here that you see, those were some that I purchased from Temu, and they were my designs. And I did not give the seller permission to use my designs, so I went and I bought up all that they had available at that time, and then I reported it to have the listing removed. So I have quite a few of these stickers available, and I hope to have those listed. I'm trying to figure if I want to do a physical Alice in Wonderland or Wonderland theme kit to make available to all of you. So I'd love to hear your feedback if you'd be interested in one. So that is what I did there. These cards here that I have inside of the envelopes, these are, great for doing journal entries. You could just journal right over all of this wording here and just do a really kind of cool looking journal entry on these cards, make them into a neat journal card. And you could add in some ephemera stickers and just have fun with these. So yeah, that's basically all I did. And here is where I took one of those journal cards. I put it on the front of the envelope, and I used one of the ephemera pieces I stamped on there. I had another splatter stamp that I used just to kind of give it some speckled, kind of looks like paint speckled on the background there. On this side, I had fun with the Cheshire Cat, cut him out, created this triple pocket here, and so you have this pocket that is right here, and then the one that is here, and then the one that goes behind that pocket. And so it holds quite a bit of, I have the envelope and just some tickets, some fun things that you can decorate the envelope with. And then this flips out like so, and here you have a lot of space for journaling. I will probably add more lined papers to this section and just tie it in, just to give some additional journaling space. So that's just another option that you could do. And then this folds out like so. Here in this section, I have these envelopes. I used these different colored envelopes. And then I took and I printed my designs from the digital collection onto vellum and cut those to fit over the envelope. And then with some of the scrap pieces that I had left over, I applied it on the back of the envelope. So I used one sheet for the front and the back of the envelope. Inside each one, I have these journal cards. These are from Prima. It's from one of their newer collections. I think it's called Return to Wonderland. It worked perfectly with my digital collection, and so I put one inside each envelope here. I just think these are really cute. And again, you have lots of space for journaling. I loved these journal cards. I created a belly band here and here. And then what I did is I have an Embellishment. So the Embellishments are something my mom and I came up with a long time ago, about 18 years ago. And we just thought, you know, you could take some ephemera, back it against a journal card, glue it at the top, and you have this little clip. And the nice thing is you don't need a paper clip or anything to hold it in place. And so it just slides over like so. You can see it stays in place. They're just so much fun because you can even do them going the other way. You can do them sideways. So I could have taken her and put her sideways instead of portrait. You know, you could do landscape and you could stick it on the edge of a book or something like that. Decorative element that you can use in your journal or folio or whatever it might be. So we love making Embellishments, and you can even do things where you add in some lace and other embellishments to really take it to another level if you wanted to. And then I just have some tags here. And so here's another journal card, again, just kind of creating a larger Embellishment, and I was planning on putting something here, and yeah, I just kind of kept it pretty simple. And then this is just one of those repair tags. I love these. I use them in a lot of my journals. Again, just they're fun to decorate and just add little things to your journal. So there's that section. And then on the back, what I did is I just took a strip from the cardstock, you know, some of the scrap pieces that I had left over, and put a strip down. And then I added some lace. This is a piece from what I had left over from some of the double-sided cardstock, and just basically I cut it into a heart shape. And then I took some of the ephemera pieces from the collection and I layered them. Here I used some of the trim and I applied it behind her, kind of where that crown is, and really liked the way that it looked. And so that is what I did on the back. So this is what I did for the project, this portfolio. It was lots of fun and lots of collaging, fun with envelopes, all these little fun interactive flaps. And I do plan on adding some more to this, and then I will put it up for sale. This is March and April's kits. I put them together. I had it intentionally to be a sampler kit, and then I just, you know me, I can't stop. And, you know, it just, yeah, I had fun doing these. And I try to offer these at the lowest price possible because what I'm trying to do is have it so that you can create beautiful projects on a budget. And yeah, so I jam-pack these kits full. And if you're interested, be on the lookout for the newsletter that's coming out that will allow all of you to sign up. I will keep those who have currently subscribed and then open up a few slots and announce it in the newsletter first before I put it on the site. So that's kind of how I'm going to transition this, or that's my plan anyway. Okay, so what came in this kit is, let's see, in here, this is a little packet and it's got a lot of little ephemera pieces. So you got some tickets and you got some stickers. And yeah, just lots of little pieces of ephemera, little things to decorate your envelopes and things like that. So that is what came in there. And then in this packet, I don't really want to open this up and I don't have any extras, but it was a little watch pendant and a heart pendant and this, it was a bling heart and just some little things. If you wanted to create a little dangle, you could, or if you want to decorate a cover of your journal, folio, whatever it is you decide to make, that was inside this packet. This is the ephemera pack. I will be offering these for sale, as well as some other ephemera packs that I had in the kits from previous months. And then I wanted to do a decorative back so you could take and cut out the little pieces from the insert as well. I think there was 50 some pieces in this ephemera pack. Okay, next is a little packet filled with washies, and there's quite a bit of washi on these rolls, and these were from Prima. This is from a Prima collection way back when. I loved how much you used to be able to get on your washi roll. So yeah, you get lots of washi. And then there was some specialty papers, some vellum sheets here, which is what I made the belly band out of. And then this is a piece of acetate, decorative acetate. And again, you could make a pocket, you could decorate your envelopes, just lots of things that you can do with that. This is the project sheet on how to make the box, and then this is everything on, you know, how you would make that box. So I did include that in the kit, but again, the digital will be available. So if you're wanting to make a cute little box, a storage box, or you want to make an Alice in Wonderland journal and you want a decorative box to put it in, or whatever it might be, yeah, this is a nice sized box, and I think it's so cute. Or you could just put art supplies in it. There's so much that you could put in there. But that is the instruction sheet for the box, as well as all the prints. So that all came in the kit. And then I did reinforce it with some heavyweight cardstock, and that's what these pieces are for. This was that paper pack that I was trying to think of, and this is by Memory Place. It's a little 6x6 paper pad. It's got really cute papers. I do have some of these available, some extras available of this, and the sheets are really cute. They're all double-sided, but I thought for like a tea time theme and the prints, I thought they would work well in this kit, so I included one of these paper packs. Just really nice. Even if you wanted to make cards with it or whatever it might be, it's a really cute paper pack. And then there was a stamp set. This stamp set, I've had this for quite some time, but I thought it'd be really cute with this kit because it just kind of had that Alice in Wonderland vibe, I thought, and I thought that these would be really cute to stamp with on some of the envelopes and things like that. I didn't have any extras to use to create my project, so for those of you who are watching this who have the kit, you can create some really cute things with this stamp set. Okay, and then for this one, this has another project idea, and this is the folio that I showed you. And so you have the instructions here, but they're just pretty general, but I give the illustrations for, you know, inspiration and ideas. And so that was included in this kit. And then I have the pieces that you would need to create the waterfall, but I will show you how you can do that. So that was included in the kit, everything needed to make that waterfall. And then some watercolor paper. Here's the vellum designs. So we have the bunny, Cheshire Cat, Alice, the Mad Hatter, Queen of Hearts, and then just a nice little background. I did give a little sample of some transfers that they had, and I took and gave everybody, there was I think 3 different designs, and so I took and gave, you know, everybody one of the 3, and that's what this is. It's just a nice little transfer sheet. Again, you could use this on your journal pages, envelopes, tags, whatever it might be. Then you get the double-sided cardstock, and I try to give lots of cardstock. So I think all of this was double-sided too. And some of these I put in previous kits. It's just that I used them again because, you know, some of them go so well in certain kits. And so, yeah, and I never think it hurts to have more than one of something. So, yeah, lots of cardstock. There's plenty here to create your folio, as well as lots of extras. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 sheets. And then this was a stencil. I don't know if I have any extras of these or not, but if I do, I'll leave the link below and you could purchase it. I like these little flowers down here too that you can also stencil with. You can cut those, you know, color them, cut those out, and layer them on top of her. And then this is a goodie bag, and it's filled with all sorts of envelopes, things like that. So you would get some more ephemera from Bo Bunny. This is from their Noteworthy collection. And then some of the brads. And then you have those envelopes that I used in the project. And then this is just filled with some tags and a postcard. And then more of those envelopes that I used in the project. And then in here, these are the journal cards that I used as well. And again, this is from Prima's newer collection. I think it's called Return to Wonderland. I have a few of those left. Again, I'll leave the links for everything down below. Here's some of the smaller journal cards that I included. I think the backs are all the same. They're really cute. And then there's the stickers and some of the tickets. And so that is everything that comes inside of that goodie bag. And that is everything that came in the March and April kit. So again, pretty full and filled with lots of goodies. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're liking these videos and you're liking the content, if you could just take a second, hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. I will be getting more videos out. I have been extremely busy because I have been doing lots of videos. I just need to edit them. And then I've also been building up my digital collection content, as well as stocking up new merchandise for the shop. I can't wait to show you everything. There's some great new merchandise that I'm going to show you from Iron Orchid that's coming up. I have really fun projects. It's a coffee theme project coming up. So yeah, lots in the works. I will be back soon with another video, and thank you so much for watching.